the fans here in attendance this afternoon to watch the men's game. Nice crowd for the ladies, and equally as nice here for the men's as the Tartans win the opening tip. And this is Courts, one of the seniors with the basketball. He'll hand it off to Seaback, and we are ready to play basketball. This is one of their best players, Serban, with the basketball now, stepping up, shooting it, missing it long, and Jordan Dean down with a rebound. Eddie, you mentioned Serban in your pregame talk. Serban averaging a double-double, 18 points and 10 rebounds. We'll no doubt call his name a lot. He's guarding Jordan Dean now. Dean splits the double team. Ball's knocked out of bounds off of Jordan Dean.
You know, Ron, I did not know this coming into the broadcast, but Jordan Dean is the 5th highest free throw percentage shooter in Spartans history. A pretty interesting little clip about him, and into the starting lineup once again for the Spartans this afternoon.
All seniors out there right now. 4 seniors consistently start for this basketball team, and Jordan Dean is consistently the first man off the bench. Dean is the backup point guard to Jimmy Holman, but only in name. Both of them share minutes. Holman the junior, Dean gets the start today. 3 seconds to shoot. Gonna have to force up a long one, and it's made by a unlikely source. Kevin Stursberg, the 6'7" center, hits one from about 17 feet. Adele will dribble in, drive, glass shot, won't go. And Connor fights for it, and he saves it. Good hustle that time by the senior. Julian Person with a beautiful feed to Dean, finds Adele, left baseline, shot was missed, and Stursberg with the rebound. Here come the Tartans. This is Serban. They'll hand it back off and reset it. Shot from the left wing is missed, and McLaughlin down with a rebound. Dave McLaughlin on the season averaging 6 rebounds. He's leading the team in rebounds, leads them in points scored as well. Long 3 for Carnegie Mellon, left open at the top of the key was Blake Chasen.
Jason, not a high volume 3-point shooter, but very accurate. Now 7 of 12 on the season. Don't want to give him too much room in between the circles.
This is Person off a screen, going to take it himself, and ball's knocked out of bounds off of Carnegie Mellon. I think Stursberg hit it. It's a shot of Tony Wingen. Adele with the inbound, nice crossover, and he was fouled on his way to the basket. Foul is on Blake Chasen, that's his first. Connor Adele will shoot 2.
Ron, it's been fun to watch the offensive evolution of Connor Adele in the second half of the season. As you see Adele make the first free throw. Because early on, Adele really wasn't much of an option for them offensively, but lately he's gotten more involved in pick and roll situations, and he's handling the ball near the rim too.
I agree. He has, and if you saw him play the last couple of years, you've really seen a progression. That's their sharpshooter, missed it short. Ball was last touched by Stursberg, so Casey's going to get it back. 5-3, Carnegie Mellon with the early 2-point lead. Approaching 3 minutes gone in this opening half. 5 starters on the floor for Case. All 5 being honored here on Senior Day, and that's a short 3 by Julian Person. Screen and roll from Stursberg. Shot was blocked by Person. Ball's knocked out of bounds off Case. Julian Person leads the team with 29 blocks from your guard.
And 124 in his career. I mean, he could easily play forward if he wants to, but this lineup is so stacked for the Spartans, you can afford to put him at the 2 guard.
Connor Adele with nice defense. Clemens trying to keep Serban off his back. Jordan Dean to Julian Person. We've got a foul on the far baseline. Fouls against Jason Seaback.
And Ron, going back to Person's defense, he's second all time with 124 blocks as a guard. You probably won't ever see that again from a position that you don't normally expect to get blocks.
What's number 1?
You know, I do not know. I'm going to have to ask around.
Clements with a nice ball fake and a baseline jumper. Game's tied at 5. This is Serbin working against Person. Step away, that shot was short. This is Dean. Good defense, real good defense, and tying it up. And the possession arrow stays with Case. Tying it up that time was Jason Seaback. Seaback, a junior guard from Kiski Prep. So the discussion was as to where the ball would be placed for the inbound. It's Tony Wingen. Tony's getting a little ribbing from the Case fans right now because he's dressed in a sweater vest in scarlet and gray, so they're calling him Jim Tressel. That's a compliment. I mean, Tressel was, you know, great coach. I'm sure Tony Wingen was not at all offended by that. The colors of Carnegie Mellon are closely related to the scarlet and gray of Ohio State. Ball's dribbled out of bounds off Jordan Dean. Carnegie Mellon's got 15 seconds to shoot. They'll keep it. Serbin will inbound it, or he'll get the inbound pass with Person on him. That's one long against another long. That's Courts with a shot, missed badly, and Connor Adell comes down with a rebound. Serbin is 6'9", Person 6'7". Both of them with long wingspans. That matchup, Eddie, will be something to watch as this game goes on.
Yeah, no question about it, and lengthy guys, too.
Dane for 3 from Dean. Courts and Serbin. Serbin gets a screen. Strasburg rolled out of that, or Stursberg rather, and missed the pass. Now Jordan Dean with a beautiful behind the back pass. Serbin blocked Connor Adell's shot. Courts the other way on the break, lays it up and in.
Well, pretty big change in a very short amount of time as Carnegie Mellon looking up court, tossing it up to the lone man ahead of the pack and laying it in for the Tartans' first lead.
It was exciting for a second for Case. Person, nice feed, saw the floor well, didn't shoot it, found his wide open teammate Connor Adell under the basket. Adell has 3. Game's tied at 7. Stursberg with a ball fake. Gonna dribble in, shot missed, got his own rebound. Connor Adell's over his back. They're gonna say jump ball. Jump ball, it's Carnegie Mellon possession. So checking into the game for the Tartans off their bench is Jason Blackney, number 4, along with Chris Scahill. Scahill is number 33. Blackney will inbound it to Scahill, and he'll hand it back to Blackney. This is Courts for 3 right in front of us. Missed it long. Tip by Serbin won't go, and Julian Person comes up with a loose ball. Person draws the defense. They're going to swing it back to Clements on that right baseline. Now this is McLaughlin back to Jordan Dean between the circles. 20 seconds to shoot, 20 seconds on the shot clock. High screen, Dean lost the ball, Adell picked it up, keeps it, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's gonna go against Carnegie Mellon. The foul will be on Blake Chasen, that's his second.
We talked about the offensive evolution of Eddy, his ball handling abilities. He sticks with the play. I mean, he got tied up right there, and Eddy and Clements and Dean going to come off the floor. But great job by Eddy to stick with the play after the play was broken and hanging on to possession with a fresh shot clock.
Jimmy Holman, David, and Derek Black now in the game for Case. This is Holman with the basketball. Holman, the junior. The Black brothers are freshmen. This is David on the drive. Shot off the glass, and it goes. David Black with great strength as he went to the basket.
He got the layup off far away from the rim, but using the glass to his advantage. And how about the offensive execution for the freshman David Black in his first year?
High screen, pick and switch. Stursberg with the rebound. Blackney with a shot. It's a three, in and out, and back in.
Well, that's the thing, Ron. Offensive rebounds create open looks from three-point land, and the Tartans got a good one there, and Blackney knocking it down.
David Black hard to the basket again. Tried to draw the foul. Courts with a strong drive left baseline. Seth Courts with 4, and the lead is now at 3 for Carnegie Mellon.
Courts gives them 17 a game, and he's as strong a finisher in the UAA as anyone, and you could see why in that last play.
Julian Person almost got the end one. Follows on Chris Scahill, that's his first. Person will shoot 2 free throws. Let's look at that Case bench. It's been a strong bench. Actually, the guys you just saw on the bench, a few of them are the starters, but the rotation of 10 players this year has definitely been a strength for Sean McDonald.
This is as deep a Spartans team as Sean McDonald has had in a while. I mean, he can go to the backup at just about any position and throw him in at any time in the game, and the Spartans will not lose pace. I mean, they will keep up with the pace of the game and do everything that they need to do off of the bench.
Well, Eddie, the case in point, to your point, is the young man that's coming in the game right now, Matt Clark. Matt's one of those guys in that second 5 rotation, but when you mentioned Coach McDonald can have those players in at any point during the game, Clark was in the game late against Rochester when the game was on the line, and he's the one that got fouled shooting a 3 as time expired and made all 3 free throws to send that game to overtime. So that's just a great example of the point that you just made. Matt Clark being trusted by the coaching staff to be in there handling the basketball and shooting it with the game on the line.
Well, and not only that, but it was 11 or 12 straight.
He made 12 straight free throws, missed his 13th. That one came in the overtime. But he made 3 in a row with no time on the clock. Eric Black with a nice drop step, missed a shot. Carnegie Mellon on the break, and they throw the basketball away. The Tartans like to get up the floor, at least they do so far. They average just 71 points per game, though. David Black and Dane McLaughlin playing catch out top. This is Holman. He'll shoot the 3, and he'll make it. Jimmy Holman's a sneaky scorer. He averages only 7 on the season.
But his shots will make you think, just like that one, about 5 feet behind the three-point line.
Courts missed the shot. Rebound stays with the Tartans, and the putback is good by Scahill.
Well, thus far, the early work by the Tartans on the offensive glass has kept them in the contest at 14 apiece as they continue to pound the boards.
Eric Black inside from his brother David. Ball fake, shot off the glass, rolls and drops. Home team's up 16-14. Matt Clark on defense, defending Matt Hillman. This is Blackney, steps up from the foul line against Holman and banks it. Jason Blackney's got 5 off the bench. Holman with a nice crossover. Kicks it to Great Dane. McLaughlin for a 3, missed it long. David Black tried to steal it from Stursberg. but here comes Courts the other way. Courts sees a seam. Eric Black blocks the shot. But going to the foul line shooting 2 will be Chris Scahill.
Well, and right there, Ron, you just mentioned it a second ago. The Tartans love to get up and down the floor, and not only with their guards, but with their bigs. With Schill at 6'9" and 225, he is as mobile a big as they come, and he's going to the line for a pair in the transition offense.
Chris misses both free throws. I want to apologize to his parents. I've been mispronouncing his name. It's Schill. I had my H and K mixed up. That's Holman for a 3. Missed it badly, but Connor Adele controls it. Person with it. They're going to reset the shot clock. They had reset it after the miss, but the ball never hit the rim, so it should stay at 24 or continue at 24. And that's where Case will have it. Holman into Eric Black. We'll hand it off to Matt Clark working against Blackney. Clark dribbles right in, lays it up and in.
He has really a good handle on the basketball for a forward up his side, especially a lefty. I mean, that's a tough adjustment for a defense to make going to the opposite hand.
Serban working against Person. Stursberg setting those high screens for this Carnegie Mellon offense. This is Serban, dribbled in, shot was blocked by Holman. I think Jimmy got it on the way up, and Eric Black made sure it got no further. Here comes Julian Person the other way. Julian steps up, missed it back of the rim. Eric Black tried to keep it alive, but he knocked it out of bounds. Brian Clements is off the bench. He'll replace Eric Black. Blackney will take a seat for Carnegie Mellon, and checking in for the Tartans will be Matt Hillman. Sean McDonald using his bench early and often. It's good rotation he's got this year. He'll lose 5 of those seniors in that rotation, though. It's a big loss. Person inside with good hands. Here's Holman who controls it. Holman down to Person. Julian, right baseline. The floater won't go. Stursberg inside, kicks it back out. 3's in the air, and it's good. That's Matt Hillman. Tartans back in the lead. It's 19-18. It's been a tight game the whole way. Matt Clark misses, but Connor Adele does not. You know, Eddie, the last time these two teams played, it was January 10th. It was the opener for the season in conference play in Pittsburgh, and Case rolled 80-46. That's Serban with a shot. He has been cold to start this game, and that's good because he averages 18 points a game. But Case in that game shot 44% from the field, and defensively, as Julian Person misses, but Clements gets the rebound, or it's Adele. But defensively that night, Case held Carnegie Mellon to just 28% from the field. Brian Clements in and out, and Serban gets the rebound. So the difference in that game, the reason for the big win for Case is the shooting percentages of both teams. One shot well, one did not.
Well, I don't think that the Tartans figure to score 46 points again this time. I think they've got their eyes set on 60 or 70 as we see the nice little bank in from Schill right there. But they're giving the Spartans everything that they can handle early on, and they've got a couple of 3 balls to drop as well.
Holman goes against the high screen. Person with a ball fake. Gets Serban to leave his feet. Fed it into Connor Adele. Adele missed it. Hillman to Serban. Plenty of time, 15 seconds to shoot. Boy, a nice, strong, athletic move inside by Chris Schill. He's got 6.
He's a pretty good athlete for his size and able to finish inside, giving him half a dozen. He's been a little bit of a presence down low.
They're giving Julian Person that 3 if he wants to take it. Largest lead is 3 points. Where it stands now, it was 12-9 Carnegie Mellon. Now it's 23-20. They go right back into their bread and butter so far. That's Skill. This is Stursberg, stopped by Clark. Skill misses from the outside, and Holman comes down with a rebound. Connor Adele with a lob into Brian Clements, and it's another turnover for Case. Case on the season averaging 13 turnovers per game, which is pretty standard. Timeout Carnegie Mellon. We'll take 1-2. Spartans are down 3.
Got a tight one at the Horsburgh Gymnasium, just over 5 minutes left to play. Period number 1. Eddy Jansen, Ron Jansen, the final men's contest for the regular 2014-15 season run.
Case was hoping it would end differently. They were hoping that today would be the last game of the regular season, but then next week there would be an NCAA tournament game. They started off 12-2. Since that time, they've gone 3-7, but they were still in the mix for that bid up until last weekend when they lost to Rochester. If they would have knocked off Rochester and then finished with a win over Carnegie Mellon, the coaching staff thought that they had a chance, or a very good chance, to get a bid. That's Courts with the shot. He's got 6. He'll look for 7 at the foul line. Lead is at 6. Clark with Hillman working him. High screen from David Black. Now Serbin's on the point guard. Matt Clark with a left-hand dribble. Takes Serbin to the hole. That's the second time tonight Matt Clark has done that.
He's able to beat a lot of guys off of the dribble. I mean, he's got a very good handle with his left hand going to his left. He's a very dangerous player from the top of the circle.
Good ball movement. Courts with it. Going to kick it back out to Sturbers. Shot was missed. They're going to get Eric Black for a foul. For Eric, that is his second. Spartans down 4. Courts is going to shoot 2 free throws. Jordan Dean back in. He'll join Matt Clark in that Case backfield, or backcourt. Also back in, off the bench, is Chris Skill. 6 points off the bench this afternoon for Case. That's Skill, number 33. This is Jordan Dean with the basketball for Case. Dean's going to try it for the 3rd time, or Clark rather. Dane McLaughlin off an inbound screen. That is Serbin who came down with that rebound. Clark with good hands. Blackney tried to get it to Courts, and Matt Clark knocked it out of bounds.
Well, again, Ron, we see Carnegie Mellon wanting to push the tempo and get up the floor at a rapid pace, but luckily that Matt Clark able to get the Tartans to settle in.
Seaback gets a high screen, gets it over to Courts. They get it back to Skill. Turnaround shot missed long, and McLaughlin or Person down with a rebound. Case could use a bucket. They're down 6, 3.5 left to play opening half. That 6-point difference has been the largest. It's happened a couple of times, a couple of different scores, but no larger than 6. This is Jordan Dean who breaks down the defense. Now it's David Black with a ball fake at the 3-point line, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Fouls on Chris Skill. It's his second. David Black gets 2 free throws. Black has 2 points so far this afternoon. Case 3 for 5 on the afternoon from the free throw line.
The Spartans still looking for an offensive spark plug, Ryan, and they bring Connor Adele back into the game, who had a couple of early ones.
Well, they've got 8 players who've scored so far, but you're right, nobody that's really seemed to have a hot hand. This is Courts with the ball above his head. Now it's Blackney with Holman on him. Serban, scoreless, not anymore. Jack Serban with 2. He's their leading scorer, averaging 18 per game on the season.
Ron, you talked about the matchup between Serban and Person. Well, Serban won that time. He had to use every inch of his 6'9" frame to get around Person, though.
Holman misses it. Connor Adele keeps it alive. McLaughlin with a fader. Two minutes left to play opening half. This is Serban. Julian tried to get him from behind. He got him, not a block, but a foul. Serban made the layup. So Serban, after going scoreless for the first nearly 18 minutes, has now scored 4, looking for 5 points in the last 45 seconds. Eight-point lead, largest of the afternoon by either team. McLaughlin for 3, got it.
Well, I think a big part of their plan on senior day is to have their 8th all-time leading scorer and their leading 3-point shooter come into his own and have a monster game. That could be the first shot to really get the Great Dane going and get the Spartans the offensive weapon that they need down 5.
He's got 74 threes. Leads the team. Fouls on Serban. Offensive player control foul. So for Serban, that is his first. Jimmy Holman's going to walk the ball up for Case. Down 5 with 90 seconds to play in the opening half. This is Jordan Dean now with Blackney on him. High screen from Connor Adele. Dean keeps it, gets another one, kicks it. That's Person along 3 in the air, in and out. Holman and McLaughlin with a hustle rebound, and they're going to say whistle and a foul, or did Dane step on the baseline? They're going to say Dane stepped on the baseline, so Carnegie Mellon's going to get the ball back. Nice defense by Connor Adele. Julian Person kept it alive, but Serban finished the job. He's got 7. Lead is back to 7. Holman with a screen. This is McLaughlin. He's in trouble. Plenty of time, 20 seconds to shoot. McLaughlin forces one, and the ball is ball was blocked. It hit almost behind the basket. It was blocked, so badly. And the officials have conferred, and what should happen and what needs to happen did happen. The right call was made, so Case is going to keep it. And they'll have to set the shot clock to the appropriate point. They're doing that now. "19 seconds to shoot. So there's 40 seconds on the game clock, 19 seconds on the shot clock. David Black with a ball fake off Serban, missed the shot. Boy, Case has got to convert on those inside shots.
Boy, and that's just the versatility, too, of Jack Serban. A moment ago, he's guarding a guard and Julian Person, and the next thing you know, he's guarding a younger big in David Black and forces the miss near the rim.
"18 seconds on the first half game clock. There's a difference about a second and a half on the shot clock and the game clock. It's a 7-point lead for Carnegie Mellon. Courts missed it. Wild pass. This is Person with it. Person's going to launch a three, and he missed it.